I'm so tired of just running around the terrarium with no real reason to catch them all. Is that something you catch yourself saying? Well, I feel the same way sometimes. Let's fix that. After beating the Indigo Disc DLC and catching a ton of shiny Pokemon, I figured it's time to dive into a part of Pokemon that I've never really learned. Let's actually battle someone in a Pokemon battle. I know that should have been a very simple answer, but I can't battle other people unless I have two very critical things. I need to build a proper team, and they need to be shiny. But Gara, you say, why do they need to be shiny? Normal Pokemon perform the exact same. And to that I say, because if I'm going to lose a bunch of Pokemon battles, I might as well do it with good looking Pokemon. Let's get started. The only things I really know are that Incineroar and Urshifu are both really good in VGC, so I probably want them on my team. I started off like any person who didn't know where to start and went to Google and clicked on the first link that I saw. It gave me a ton of teams I could choose from, so I found a team that looked kind of cool and brought me to this guy's channel who explained how to use the team. This should be super simple, right? Well, let's break down the team. We need Terrakion, Raging Bolt, Urshifu, Whimsicott, Incineroar, and Fluttermane, and I have Fluttermane. Our saving grace for time is that sadly Terrakion, Raging Bolt, and Urshifu are all shiny locked. Come on, Game Freak, do you really need to do this? I'm not going to cry over spilled Moo Moo milk though, so let's focus on the shinies we can get. Since the DLC released, I've tried at least 10 sandwiches to get a shiny Litten with no luck, so we're going to start in the coastal biome looking for this orange beauty Cottony. I made a fairy sparkle and encounter sandwich and spent 15 minutes before I found it. Like I said, easy. Alright, I'm dreading this Litten hunt, but with a fire sandwich, oh, there it is. Let's just false swipe it down to low HP and what? It was Flare Blitz? Well, that was my only chance to get one, right? Hey look, there's another one. Never punished. I'm absolutely shocked that this has been as easy as it has been. Now the real grind begins. That's right, it's now time for the dreaded BB Quest grind. I don't really understand how to unlock the legendaries by doing BB quests, but I know you have to play online in a union circle with other people and then talk to this guy in a suit. So I posted in a Facebook group, and after about an hour, went to the guy in the suit, and luckily enough, I got the encounters for both Terrakion and Kubfu. I know Kubfu spawns in the bamboo forest from the DLC trailer, so I went there, and one Master Ball later, I have Kubfu. Terrakion was a little bit harder, so I looked up where he spawns, flew the location, another Master Ball, we have 5 out of 6 of our team members. Well, kinda. If I use a little magic and we say abracadabra, now it's a shiny. Just ignore the Pokemon Go icon on it. Last, we need Raging Bolt. This is where we ran into two problems though. I have not completed Perrin's quest in Kitakami yet, and I don't have 200 Pokemon caught in the Indigo Disc. Well, I guess I need to bite the bullet and head to Kitakami. After talking to Perrin, I have to find some Pokemon in the fog. Then this giant teddy bear appears and I catch it. Back to the terrarium after catching and evolving everything I can think of. Now I get the single hint to where Raging Bolt spawns in Area 0. After 20 minutes running around and finding places I've never been to, I notice this waterfall. After jumping down, I find a last team member. Now we have to actually build the team. Thankfully, I already have the EV spreads and items that I need for this. I went to Cascarafa and won a bid for the water scroll for Kubfu, then evolved Litten into Torracat, Torracat to Incineroar, Cottony to Whimsicott, Kubfu to Urshifu, and then, with the bottle caps and items that I got from the item printer, I made sure to EV and Hyper Train my team after changing their moves to make them right. I think we're ready for an actual battle. For our first online battle in Scarlet and Violet, it looks like our opponent is using a very interesting rain team. I'm going to go with Raging Bolt since it resists water moves, Whimsicott for speed control, Fluttermane because it's fast, and Urshifu being a water type also resists water moves. To start off the battle, our opponent leads Archaludon and Politoed. I go with Tailwind to lower their speed and Calm Mind on Raging Bolt to raise its special attack and special defense. He almost knocks out Whimsicott with a flash cannon, but it gets saved by the Focus Sash. Then he does decent damage to Raging Bolt with an Earth Power from Politoed. I didn't expect Politoed to know Earth Power, so we have to take that out. I use a priority Thunderclap on Politoed, which almost knocks it out, and then finish it off with a Moonblast from Whimsicott. Whimsicott then goes down to a Flash Cannon. Each turn Raging Bolt is getting healed from leftovers, which is the MVP from this fight. I bring in Fluttermane because if I can weaken everything, Urshifu can come in and sweep. He brings in Aeroscuda and I Dragon Pulse the Archaludon. Then, with our Choice Specs Fluttermane, I use Energy Ball on Aeroscuda. I didn't expect Aeroscuda to do so much damage with Priority Aqua Jet though. I decided to Dragon Pulse Archaludon, try and knock it out, and then sacrifice Fluttermane. My opponent unexpectedly terras his Archaludon to Fairy type to ruin my plan to KO it, and then brings Raging Bolt down to low HP with a Ferroterry Blast. Urshifu comes in and knocks out the Archaludon while I protect Raging Bolt to heal some HP. Out comes Kingdra. I then Aqua Jet the Aeroscuda and Dragon Pulse the Kingdra, doing about half health. Kingdra knocks out Raging Bolt and I finish the battle with a close combat. that. If you want to see more battles or videos on Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, make sure to subscribe and click the video on screen.